Check. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I am over here. And well, come on in. Standing outside the door of love and mercy, you wonder if there's a place there for you. You know there's peace inside, but still you're searching for someone who understands the pain you've been through. Well, the door's unlocked, the lights are on. What are you waiting for? Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in. You'll find a place of rest in the arms of spirit. God's waited so long for your homecoming day. God knows the peace you see and the hurt you're feeling. Spirit wants to hold you and to wipe your tears away. Well, the Father waits with open arms. God is calling out your name. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in. There is room enough in the house of love for someone just like you. Oh, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in. Oh, 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 oh. Well, come on in. Welcome in. Welcome home to Unity of Oak Park.
Good morning, Unity of Oak Park. Come on in. Wow, I just love that song. Can we hear it again for such a great welcome from our choir and our music director and all of our music team? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just love that song because it really expresses kindness. It tells us that we have an open heart and there is a place for you here. As we celebrate World Kindness Day, let's turn around to the camera and wave and recognize our YouTube audience and just say, good morning. Good morning. And in that good morning is the assurance of kindness, but it's also the assurance of seeing God in each other. And so welcome everyone. I am so glad that you are here today. And if you can just take a nice inhale and smell all that delicious food, right? So that is also an act of kindness. I want to appreciate everyone who brought food to share today for our Sunday celebration. We are celebrating gratitude. We are celebrating each other. We are celebrating God within. And that presence of God is kindness. As we celebrate kindness this month, I just want to help everyone know that we are doing a 28-day meditation journey. And this is a self-paced meditation journey that you can start at any time. We did start a couple of weeks ago, but feel free to join in now. It's totally making a difference in our community. We are experiencing more kindness, not only here, but we're becoming more aware of the kindness in the outer community. And a great way for you to sign up is just to go to our website, go under the events page, and you will find all the necessary material and information that you need to start your meditation journey. And it's centered on kindness. Speaking of kindness, I want to thank everyone who attended yesterday's gathering. How many of you were there? Raise your hand, be proud. Yes. Thank you for being there. We had an outdoor meditation mindfulness experience outside. So we gathered together at a coffee shop and we went to a park and we learned tips of how to be more mindful in our own life using these different mindfulness techniques. And there were around 6 different techniques. So maybe in fellowship they can share with those who weren't there. Speaking of outdoor mindful experiences, next week Lindsay Ambrose will be leading a hike outside to practice mindfulness. If you're interested, you can check it out on our website, events page. There's more information of where it is, what time, but I know it's this Saturday. Speaking of kindness, I want to also thank all the volunteers who bring our service together to make sure that we have a very kindful experience. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mr. Rogers, who is the iconic symbol of kindness, and today is World Kindness Day. I see a lot of you wearing some cardigans. Can you stand up so we can recognize that you are representing this morning? Yes, yes. Happy World Kindness Day. You know, it's always a good way for us to remember to be kind, to remember that kindness lets go of any separation, any anxiety when we really connect to kindness. There's a beautiful spiritual being of our community that I just love listening to. She just makes my heart sing every time I hear her voice. And so this morning I want to open with a poem, and I want Cabrini to share that beautiful poem as our opening prayer. And it's written by James DeLay Freeman, who wrote the Prayer of Protection.
Good morning, everyone. It's just a beautiful day. I'm glad that someone declared a kindness day because we get to really highlight being kind to each other. So what I'd like for everyone to do right now, I'm really just so blessed to be able to read this poem. When Rev Ev asked me, I go through my house reading this poem, and it really helps for me to continually know that God's presence is everywhere I am. As I walk in my house, as I walk in my community, on the job, when I interact with my colleagues, friends. So I'd like for you to allow your chairs right now to support you. Take a deep breath and just relax and listen to the words and make them your own. I am there. Do you need me? I am there. You cannot see me, yet I am the light you see by. You cannot hear me, yet I speak through your voice. You cannot feel me, yet I am the power at work in your hands. I am at work, though you do not understand my ways. I am at work, though you do not recognize my works. I am at work, though I am not strange visions. I am not mysteries. Only in absolute stillness, beyond self, can you know me as I am, and then but as a feeling and a faith. Yes, I am there. Yet I hear. Yet I answer. When you need me, I am there. Even if you deny me, I am there. Even when you feel most alone, I am there. Even in your fears, I am there. Even in your pain, I am there. I am there when you pray and when you do not pray. I am in you and you are in me. Only in your mind can you feel separate from me, for only in your mind are the mists of yours and mine. Yet only with your mind can you know me and experience me. Empty your heart of empty fears. When you get yourself out of the way, I am there. You can of yourself do nothing, but I can do all, and I am in all. Though you may not see the good, good is there, for I am there. I am there because I have to be, because I am. Only in me does the world have meaning. Only out of me does the world take form. Only because of me does the world go forward. I am the law on which the movement of the stars and the growth of living cells are founded. I am the love that is the law's fulfilling. I am assurance. I am peace. I am oneness. I am the law that you can live by. I am the love that you can cling to. I am your assurance. I am your peace. I am one with you. I am. Though you fail to find me, I do not fail you. Though your faith in me is unsure, my faith in you never, never wavers, because I know you, because I love you. Beloved, I am there. And so it is.
I am there. Wow. Thank you, Cabrini. Did you feel that? Did you feel that assurance that God is everywhere, especially with you? And now please join us for our daily word.
My first time. So the daily word for today is from March 5th, 2012, and it's kindness. What a wonderful word. With kindness I give, in kindness I live. Today I choose to practice kindness. As I encounter others, I am happy to greet them. I think of them as traveling companions on life's journey. I offer a warm smile or a few words of appreciation to a friend or a stranger. Acts of kindness bring energy to both giver and receiver, then ripple out to bless others. When I inquire about someone's day, I honor them by listening deeply to their reply. If I miss an opportunity for kindness, I am kind to the next person I meet, and I remember to be kind to myself. However expressed, kindness honors the divine within us all. I affirm, with kindness I give, and in kindness I live. And then Proverbs chapter 21, verse 21, whoever pursues righteousness and kindness will find life and honor. Kindness. Thanks.
I just love it outside. I see the beautiful leaves, the trees. It's just so amazing, so peaceful when you look outside. Makes you want to drink a hot cup of coffee early in the morning. Just relax. And so thankful for being here today. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blessed days, the dark, sacred nights. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll never know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you kindly. Thank you.
Thank you, Nereida, Gilberto, Diego, Juan Lorenz. Wasn't that amazing? It makes you just visualize that wonderful world, not just out there, but in here. Did you feel that? Did you feel that wonderful world that is, that we are? So speaking of kindness, I want to just start with a question. How many of you have ever heard the expression, drop the mic? Have you heard that expression, drop the mic? Yes? Well, for those of us who aren't familiar with the expression, drop the mic is usually said or done when someone says something profound or does something profound. And we just heard a mic drop. Can we do a mic drop together? Yes. And so our YouTube audience, so that they can know that we're doing a mic drop, let's add a pow to it. Pow! Yes, I love that. So in that mic drop, kindness is similar to a mic drop because kindness is profound. It leaves a lasting impression. It makes us think differently. So kindness is a way for us to express those mic drop moments, those pow moments. There was a story, and this is a mic dropping moment, that was shared on a local news station. They had received 3 different videos of children trick-or-treating. And when the children were trick-or-treating, you know those home security systems where you ring the doorbell, it kind of captures your image? Well, that's where the videos came from. So The children were trick-or-treating. They rang the doorbell. No one answered, but there were candy dishes that were empty. And so everyone was surprised on what the children did. So what the children did is they grabbed their own candy and they filled the candy dishes. Wow. Is that a mic drop moment? Can we do it together? Pow. Yes. Pow. So that mic drop moment is a great example of living our truth. There is no separation with the giving or receiving. That is living our truth. Now, spiritual gurus and spiritual wisdom like to refer to those moments where there is no separation of giving and receiving as oneness, as being in the flow of God, being in the grace of God. But let's call it as it is. It's kindness. Kindness. When we express kindness, there is no separation. It's not about us versus them, but it's how we can show up as our truth. How can we amplify our truth? How can we amplify God in our world at the point of us? So kindness is very powerful because it can transform separation, division, or fear in our own minds. It allows us to be still and know what God is. And so what prevents us from knowing what God is? What prevents us from expressing kindness? Well, it's when our minds are scattered. When our minds are scattered and we're losing focus of what we are. When our minds are scattered, it's very easy not to be kind to ourselves because sometimes we beat ourselves up because of all the stuff that we're thinking about. Have you been there before? Yes. And sometimes we're unkind to others because we overreact or we take out our frustration on them. And so that is those perfect moments where we can be still and know what God is. Kindness has no separation, as I just shared. But it's also an attribute of God that we can express at any time. There is enough kindness at the point of view to share it unlimited. But the reason why we don't is because we're scattered in our minds in that moment so much that we have forgotten what God is, but also that God is within us, and God is that unlimited source within us. We get stuck in the lack mentality where we believe that we don't have enough or that we're not enough. Therefore, we have overreactions of fear. But what if we can be still and know what God is? Now, God within us is unlimited and it's always available. But it's also, when we express kindness, we feel a sense of fulfillment, a sense of wholeness that money cannot buy because we are enough. And that enoughness of kindness is already right where you are. When we experience kindness, we have a peace of mind. We also have peace in our hearts. We also have clarity of how to express our best version into the world. How many of us here believe that clarity, knowing God, knowing the best version of yourself is important? Raise your hand. Yes. And that clarity is important when we make decisions, when we're contemplating of which direction to go. That clarity is also kindness. According to Heart Math Institute, they do a lot of studies on the heart and the mind and the emotions. And what they shared in their studies, because they attach all these different apparatuses to your fingers, to your earlobes, so that they can measure the wavelengths between each heartbeat. When we're stressed, that wavelength between heartbeats is very sporadic, like this, which makes us be scattered. However, when our energy is in alignment, meaning that your body, your mind, your heart, and your emotions are all working together, and one of the ways to work together is kindness, then the heartbeat is very smooth. And what they found is that with this alignment of energy that's within you, we make our best thinking. So the wavelength is very smooth. It's not sporadic. In spirituality, we refer to that as tapping into God, tapping into kindness. So Brene Brown, who's another researcher and has written a multitude of books, shares the same thing. She has a quote that is meant for a bumper sticker or a magnet or a greeting card. And I love it because it's very simple, but it's also profound. It makes you want to think a little bit more. This is what she says: clear is kind, unclear is unkind. So think about that for a second. Clear is kind, unclear is unkind. Simple, profound. So when we put this to our understanding, when our mind is clear, we are in the flow. We are happy. We are tapping into that higher wisdom where we're present, and there isn't no separation between us versus them, or any separation in our mind. So let's put this understanding, this intellectual knowledge, into our world so that when we leave today, we can have a better understanding of how to practice this spiritual principle in our life. Have you ever been at a restaurant? You have a great meal. It was a great meal. And it comes to the end of the meal, and you're waiting for your check. The server drops the check off, and you're contemplating, how much should I tip them? 18%? 20%? 25%? Have you had that experience? Or what about another experience, like somebody calls you on your phone and you look to see who it is, and then you're deciding, should I pick it up or should I not? This person yaks my ear off. Should I pick it up? That's going to be an hour of my day, right? Or what about those moments where you're deciding, should I stay where I am at and be comfortable, or should I follow my heart and do what makes me happy? So those are three different scenarios. But what if you knew that that server that dropped the check to your table is a single mother? She lives 20 miles away from where she works. She has to pay a babysitter to look after her 4 different children, and she's feeding them all by herself. Would you tip her 18%, 20%, or 25%, or more, knowing that you have the resources? Or what about that other scenario where that person that calls you, what if you're the only person they call because they trust you? What if you're the only person they call where they feel like they're not alone? Would you pick up the phone or let it ring? What about that other scenario where you're contemplating, should I stay stuck and be comfortable because I'm comfortable? Or should I follow my dreams because that's going to make my spirit soar? It's going to make me feel alive. It's going to make me feel more kindness. So there's a question that we can ask ourselves in those 3 different situations that will change the trajectory of our life. And this is worth writing, worth remembering. So in those three different situations, what if we were to ask this one question? What is the kind thing I can do in this moment? What is the kind thing I can do in this moment? And everyone's response is going to be right on with what your heart feels. And if you're right on with your heart feels, you are in tune with the highest vibration that there is. The power of God, the power of kindness, where there is no lack or limitation. It's not us versus them. It's about what we can do together, what we can do as a community, what we can do as a world, what we can do as the power and spirit of what God is. And that is a mic dropping moment. Can we do that together? Pow! Yes. And so this spiritual wisdom is powerful. But let's see what Scripture has to say, how clarity leads to kindness, and how kindness leads to clarity. Because then we can express our God self because we're being still and we're knowing what God is. And so Scripture shares, in the New Testament, there is an apostle by the name of Paul. And he was the leader, or one of the early leaders to Christianity. And he was most famous for writing letters to different communities that had discord, that had separation, us versus them. And so he wrote these letters so that we can all know God, so that we can all know the harmony, the love of working together. But not only working together, but putting our best version of ourselves out there. And so in this letter that he wrote to a community, it's written in the first book of Corinthians, verse 13. It says, "Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with our truth." Take a moment and just breathe that in. So with that scripture, that letter that's written to this community, what it's saying is that when we are clear of what kind is, there is no separation. When we're clear of what kind is, we rejoice with our truth. When we rejoice with our truth, there is no separation, us versus them, or fear. We are unified with our spirit. We're unified by bringing forward kindness into our world. Did you know there's someone out there that needs your spiritual power of kindness? There's someone out there that is waiting for you to smile so that they can remember that they're being seen, that they're being heard. Did you know there's someone out there who's waiting for your spiritual gift of kindness so that they can remember hope when they feel alone? Do you know there's someone out there that's looking for your spiritual gift of kindness so that they have hope, knowing that their life is worth living? There's an example of a powerful story that's about connecting to kindness and how kindness allows us to release any separation. But I want to go back to Scripture because further down in that same letter, there's a mic dropping moment that I just cannot let go. And it'll come once I give the interpretation. Down to the first book of Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 10. It says, "But when completeness comes, what is in part disappears." Again, but when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. Here's the interpretation. When the completeness of love and kindness is fulfilled, all separation disappears. Again, when the completeness of love and kindness is fulfilled, all separation disappears. Pow. Yeah, one more time. Pow. Yeah, pow. So what this is saying is that at times, there will be people who envy you. There will be times where you feel disempowered. However, if we stay still and know God is all, just like Cabrini said in that poem, we shall prevail. We shall prevail. Just know that anyone or anything does not answer to your calling. You are here to live God's calling. You are here to live God's calling, and that is kindness, because the world needs all of us, needs all of us. So here's a story of a young girl who utilized kindness, and also her brother, to make separation disappear. And so in this story, this young girl raised her brother. She pretty much raised him. She taught him how to read, how to ride a bicycle, how to tie his shoelace, and how to make some mean pancakes. And so this young girl started high school. She was going through her own adolescence, going through her own changes, and she became depressed. She lost a sense of worth. She had a hard time being focused. She'd lost a sense of being. And so one day, she decided that she was going to stay home. And she was contemplating her life. That same day, her brother came home early from school. He opened the door and found her alive. He found her alive. And the only reason the brother showed up just on time was because his basketball practice was canceled. And so he was so excited that he can come home early to his sister. And he didn't know what was happening with the sister. He had no clue. So he reaches out his hand, picks her up. They both stand up. With his other hand, he gives her a bouquet of flowers. And with that bouquet of flowers, it had a card. And on the card, it said, "Because you do so much for me. Because you do so much for me." And so the sister cried. The brother never knew why she cried. And what the brother also didn't know is what the sister learned. She learned that kindness and love is all that we need to feel alive, to be alive. And so kindness saves. Kindness transforms. Kindness allows us to connect, to know that we matter, that we all have a deeper purpose to be here together. And so in this story, it's a powerful story because we can relate to it on our own level. Those times where we feel isolated, depressed, sad, just know that kindness saves, transforms, and renews. Here's a side note. A couple of weeks ago, a community member, a special community member, came up to me and asked me, "Is Jesus our Savior?" And my response was, Jesus, our wisdom teacher, our brother, demonstrated how we can save ourselves. Jesus demonstrated how we can save ourselves. Now let me interpret that. The word save in unity, when we interpret the word save, means to renew. So we can renew ourselves with kindness, just as we learned in the lesson. Because kindness is the essence and spirit of God, and that presence is within each and every one of us. It is our role, it is our mission to bring forward that best version of ourselves so that we can feel alive and make others be the same when they're not at their best. And so a great takeaway for us is to look at our own experiences. Ask yourselves, is there an area in my life right now where I feel a sense of separation, where I feel like it's us versus the world, like the world is out to get us, or they're not cooperating with me, or maybe I'm not cooperating with the world. And then maybe there's another way to take this takeaway home is ask yourself, is there an area in my life that I want more clarity? It doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be problematic. It could be something simple. Is there an area in my life that I need clarity? And then ask yourself that one question that could change the trajectory of your life. What is that one kind thing I can do in this moment? And that wisdom that comes within is the answer. That is knowing that God is here. God is also within you. So here's a great drop the mic moment that you can share with others to amplify God, to amplify our truth, just like the trick-or-treaters. When you cross paths with others, what if you were to amplify God and say, I appreciate you for everything you do. I believe in you for everything you do. And I love you for everything that you are. Imagine that impression and that person. That is a mic dropping moment. But I want you to give this mic dropping moment to yourself right now. Think of yourself out here looking at you, and you're giving this wisdom. You're amplifying your truth. Maybe it is that child within you're speaking to. And let us affirm together. I appreciate you for everything you do. I appreciate you for everything you do. Now tell that inner child, I believe in you for everything you do. I believe in you for everything you do. And then with a lot of love and kindness, say this last one. I love you for everything that you are. I love you for everything that you are. Drop the mic. Pow. And so it is. Let's take a nice deep breath. And let's welcome Lindsay as she leads us into our meditation.
wisdom that we just took in, let's take some time now to get into the stillness. You may close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Rest your body. Maybe place your hands on your lap. Drop your shoulders. Allow your jaw to just rest, your eyes to rest. And take a big deep breath in and release out. Take another big deep breath in and release out. Knowing and trusting that this is presence, this is oneness, and that you are in connection to it. We lose sight of it in the busyness of the day, but we can release all that was, release any tension that we feel in our body, and allow ourselves to be here now, in this space, knowing that as we're present, this is our attention. We can choose where we pay attention. And as thoughts come and go, feelings and sensations, we allow them to be and keep returning to what is. We can take a moment now to think of any intention that we may have. We are in control of our attention and our intention. We can release what happened, knowing we don't have control over what was. And we cannot force what will be, yet we can be here now and choose how we choose to be. We can tap into that flow, that grace and kindness. At any moment we can make that choice. And we can ask ourselves, are we here to just get by, to trudge through, to endure? Or are we here to live, to be alive, to be one, to choose kindness and connection and love? And with that now, we take another big deep breath in and connect to that intention of our heart. A return to kindness is a choice we can make, simply asking the question, what is the kind thing I can do? This is how we're in alignment to heart with love and with the truth of how you are meant to be, an expression of that love, that uniqueness. And at any time throughout our day, we can pause, knowing that we can tune into what we are grateful for. Being grateful is just taking that moment to pause, look around and see something that we're grateful for. We can pause and find a way to be kind. Put our hand on our heart and tune in, tap in, knowing that we too are a channel of that love and kindness. And we return to that intention. Maybe it's to celebrate today, to feel love, to express kindness. And with that, we begin to roll our shoulders a little bit and get back into this place, extending kindful gratitude to yourself for taking this time in the stillness, because this is how we know how to return back to it. And so with that again, we open our eyes, we allow a little smile to embrace our face, and we know we can tune into this, our truth. And with that, we say thanks. And now we can prepare for the offertory.
Thank you, Lindsay, for allowing us to be still and knowing what God is. And we can always do that with prayer and meditation. So now, as we bring that kindness to our hearts, this is where we can practice the law of circulation, the law of kindness, knowing that there is no separation in our expression of supporting our spiritual community. And so we ask our prayer chaplains, our choir members to come up as we prepare for the offertory and sing, I Am So Blessed. So as we bring those offerings to our hearts, we recognize the prayers, the sacred service that we give, all the delicious food that we brought, all of the contributions we receive, and all the experiences that we felt in our hearts, and we affirm our offertory prayer. Divine love, expressing as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And so it is. And just remember, our prayer chaplains are available for prayer after service. They're also available Monday evenings for a meditation and prayer service. You can find more information online, and it's led by our prayer chaplain, Marianne Provenza. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna need a little help from everyone here. And everybody to stand up and help me clap. Because guess what? I have a surprise for you. I'm gonna be rapping a little bit. I want everyone to have a good time and just enjoy this moment, enjoy the morning. Just do it. Don't talk about it. Don't put it off, just do it. Just say it. I'll speak my truth. I'll state my needs. Just say it. Just claim it. Act as if no, it's done. Just claim it. Just breathe. Breathe in faith. breathe out fear. Just breathe. Just do it. 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 I'm gonna give myself a gentle push. I'm gonna start. So you just do it. Don't talk about it. Don't put it off. Just do it. Just trust. Trust myself. Trust my heart. Just trust. Love. I'm gonna give love. I'm gonna show love. Just love. Faith. I have faith. All is well. I have faith. Just do it. 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 All right, everybody clap to the rhythm. I need now everyone hands up. Every time I criticize and focus on my flaws, I don't realize that I am worthy and capable, and I deserve to have it all. So now's my time to rise and shine. Go for the dreams that are in my mind. Take one small step and not be afraid. With faith and love, I gotta make. Just do it. 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 It's done. Give yourselves a big round of applause. You guys did wonderful tonight, this morning. Thank you.
One more time for our marvelous musicians. Did she drop the mic? Pow. My name is Janine, and I'd like to remind you that a great way to find out what is happening here at Unity of Oak Park and to be engaged is by visiting our website at unityoakpark.org. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and sign up for our newsletter from our website. You may also watch the slides on the screens before and after the service, or visit the Community Hub in the Solarium after service for more information and to pick up flyers. Please consider sharing our flyers or even posting them throughout the community to spread the word. Here are a few exciting events to check out. As Reverend Ev said, we will have our second Sunday Gratitude Potluck celebration today after service in the Solarium. I don't know about you, but I can't wait to dig in. The Spirit Animal Nature Meditation Hike will be held this Saturday, November 19th at 10 a.m. at Thatcher Woods. This is a fun, family-friendly event, and all are welcome to join in. The Volunteer Appreciation Service will be held next Sunday, November 20th. We would also like to bless our youth and our youth directors, Chris Manville and Baba Tony Brown. Please rise and join us for the prayer of protection, followed by the peace song as we conclude the service. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen.
friends to you. Don't waste your time.